So, as you guys have probably figured, I said RIP to Don't Panic and Firecracker Frosty. So, I think that today is a perfect time for me to explain the history of Don't Panic and how eventually I got here and why Don't Panic is no longer a thing. About 14, 15 years ago, back in the early 2010s, I had worked at a job called Goodwill. I mean, Easter sales. I was sitting there picking through garbage and thinking what I can sell and what I can't. And then a wonderful man by the name of Donald Nime, who is now my best friend, comes up to me, or actually I should say we were introduced by another guy who was a musician. He found out I was a musician. He wanted to form a band, but unfortunately he sucked. So he's all like, oh, here, let me introduce you to Donald. Thus, Donald Nye and I were introduced. Me and him hung out a few times. We started realizing we liked a lot of the same independent music and liked all the, we clicked. And so we got together and we started jamming. And at first, jamming was that was just it, just jamming. Then eventually we realized that there was something way more that we could do besides, we started connecting as band members. And so we started writing music. I became a guitarist. I put down the bass and became a guitarist. He got more focused on the keyboards. And thus, we were created a band. And there's people who joke that we were the Goodwill Saviors. And we were called Mostly Harmless for a while until we found out that there was an emo band named Mostly Harmless. And seeing how we are huge fans of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I don't know if you caught on to that, we decided to call ourselves Don't Panic. And thus, Don't Panic was born. And for about 4 years, from 2010 till 2014, me and him every week were making songs. We were on the very verge of making an album. Then, when Donald turned 21 years old, we had a party. All of his friends came over. We were jamming on a guitar. He was playing piano, and we were drinking, having a good old time. And my dear friend Donald, I don't know what happened. I don't know what triggered it. I don't know what the fuck happened to him, but he had a mental breakdown. He lost his shit right in the middle of the birthday party. He went to the bathroom and he lost his shit. And we ended up all going home, and my dear friend Donald ended up being committed to the mental hospital for a while. And when he came out, he wasn't the same. The guy who entered that the day before that all that shit went down on his 21st birthday, when he came out of it, he wasn't the same guy anymore. We still played music throughout the years. I mean, the last time he was over, I did a live stream on TikTok. We did a fucking wonderful job. People loved us. But ever since he came out of it in 2015, we Don't Panic is just our music stopped. He doesn't hang around with me that much anymore. Of course, I went through my addiction during that time, so we kind of veered apart. But then, as I said, then it comes around to 2021 and realizing that I kind of want Don't Panic to come back and stuff like that and wanted to do stuff. Donald Firecracker Frosty couldn't do it. Like I said, the last time we were live, we did a good job. TikTok, we did a good job. People liked us. We created a new song called the Fire Starter of the Saga or whatever. I can't remember what it was. But on Saturday, we were supposed to do a live stream. I was going to be there for you guys, and I was going to be like, oh, this is going to be an awesome live stream. And yet again, my dear friend Firecracker Frosty, Donald, he was not doing so well in the mental department. And yet again, due to his mental health, we couldn't do it. And so that is why after what happened and after what I saw, I love you, Donald. I do. You're my best friend, and you always will be. But as for Don't Panic is done. It's no more. And I have nothing but respect for Donald. And as a matter of fact, I might even link his SoundCloud down below, because he does have a SoundCloud and he does have wonderful music. And he's actually a very intelligent guy. But unfortunately, with the fact that this is the second time he had a mental breakdown on me, I have to move on for myself, for my project. And it's just like, I'll still be there to support him. But Don't Panic is dead. Firecracker Frosty's dead. So is Lonely Boy Rigby. And unfortunately, the music that you see on my channel, the 2 videos that I uploaded are me and him. I do have a few more songs that I do have to that are unreleased that I want to release for Don't Panic. So to answer your question in the short, yeah, I'm telling you what happened to Don't Panic. Basically, mental illness got in a way. And also on top of that, not only that, but because of my addiction, it scared Donald away. I'm in recovery now, 2 years sober. And so, me and him, we just aren't like what we used to be back in 2010. We grow up, my music taste has changed, so has his. And like I said, it was just sad. And as I said, I love and respect Donald. He's one of my absolute best friends, and I hope for the best of him. And I hope that someday he will fix what's going on in here, as I hope all of you guys do. If you have mental issues, please do yourself a favor and get help. But yeah, that's the story of Don't Panic. We were a band for 14 years. We were off and on making music, and due to mental health issues and us growing apart, Don't Panic is no more. So here is me telling you what it is. So either way, thank you guys for the support. I'm going to continue on making videos. I'm going to continue on making music. And I am, looking for band members. Don't forget about that. And so with that said, as I put Don't Panic to rest, and Lonely Boy Rigby and Don't Firecracker Frosty, put them to rest. And it's time to start a new chapter. Again, love you, Donald. You were my best friend, but Don't Panic is no more. And there's your story. With that said, we'll all see you in the next video. And yeah, so long and thanks for all the fish.